who would like to speak on that issue or on that topic about what do you like to see in the assessment? Any comments, Jean-Pierre, yourself?
Oh, well,
Yeah.
well, I have been myself in the process. So I have my idea of what I want to see. In fact, but since I'm going to quite likely be involved in it, I'd rather try to collect the idea of those around that may be adding some valuable topics. The basics are pretty much, covered. There is a lot of impacts that we know now about that will happen on the coast. Erosion will increase, and we know these things, submersions and all these flood maps and things like that. We have all been through this, but there may be. We also know about this coastal squeeze problem that is discussed everywhere in the world, and we have to pay attention to that also. It's something that is particularly important in Canada because we have so many natural coasts in Canada. Then we think that we can afford losing a few. But when we're losing a natural coast, it's because it's done in area where there is people living. And we may end up, if we don't pay attention, for future generations, they may have to go very far to find a natural coast if we are not careful. So we have to address this question. So
we'll end up looking like the Mediterranean.
Well, the French in France they got this problem about 50 years ago. They realized all of a sudden, and the population became conscious that they were losing all their natural coasts. There were concrete walls and houses and stone everywhere along the shore, and they start worrying and they decide to do something about it, and they create a kind of organization, non-profit organization, but is government-founded, that is called the Conservatoire du Littoral. And that was a kind of adaptation at that time, way before they were talking about climate change. And today, this organization has a budget of $70 million a year to acquire land for preservation. And when the land is acquired by the Conservatoire, it cannot be returned to business development or it is forever kept natural. So they already have saved 20% of their coast with this, and they are planning for 2050 to save 50% of their coast. So this is something that is possible, but the conscience that the problem were acute came because it was acute at the time. Here in Canada, it's easy to find a natural coast, so maybe we don't pay enough attention about these things, but it's important to do it.
I might just share a story from, I was in Italy a number of years ago for the Coast GIS conference, and one of the field trips was, they took us on a field trip along the coast, and they'd looked at all of the different man-made structures and all different processes they were using. And that was a whole day of the ins and outs, the minutiae of beach replenishment. And what was really interesting, though, was they had the mayor of this little town where we had lunch and came and spoke to us, and he said how important the beach was to the economy of that community, because they depended upon basically Germans coming up and sunbathing on the beach in the summertime. I mean, that was the lifeblood for the economy for that little town. And so the beach was absolutely critical to the livelihoods of that community. So beach replenishment was their only solution, because they had no natural headlands eroding to supply the beach anymore. They had to go and mine it someplace and truck it in and lay it out on the beach to keep the beach. So I guess maybe that's the future we're looking at in Atlantic Canada if we don't start taking measures now. I mean, you already replenish Parley Beach every summer, don't you, Russell?
Don't tell TFO that. No, you can't now.
Oh, yeah, okay. Anyway, with that, can I can I put people on the spot? Can I pass this to you, Russ, and give Jean-Pierre your advice on what you think the assessment should have in it?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say thank you for your presentation. To me, that was a very straightforward, simplistic, easy to understand approach, so appreciate that. From my perspective, our department's perspective, it's more the impact on the traditional fisheries management and aquaculture development as well. I asked the question, but we don't seem to have good answers yet, and that impacts our department relative to financing and issuing of different permits and things like that. So from a policy perspective, what is the real impact? And it even impacts species selection for aquaculture development in the Bay of Fundy as well. We've already heard concerns about the potential issues regarding scallops in Thomond Strait being at critical levels for survival over time. So I know that the scope is very broad and it's very hard to define, and you take years and actually knowing the links I've heard an ADM at one time in our meeting suggesting that there's going to be declines in fisheries as a result of well, maybe it's not poor management, maybe it's just the natural climate change. So it's not somebody looking for an excuse, but really knowing what the real links are, so that you can really manage it accordingly. We don't manage the fishery. We react to what the management of fisheries is relative to the economy and certain programs in our department. That's why we try to work collaboratively with DFO. So having good answers to that, whether it comes from DFO or whether it comes from you. The only other question I was going to ask is how much collaboration has been relative to that freshwater question and lakes relative to what provinces are actually doing some of their work. I know there's probably some independent work going on in that. So. Tim, put you on the spot.
Just I guess DFO must have a lot of information that can answer one question: is how much the coastal zone is contributing to the fisheries in terms of value recruitment, lagoons, also all the fishing harbors that will be affected by these are infrastructures, and I think of a number of species that depend on some equilibrium, clean water in some area because the marshes are cleaning the water to some extent. These things I guess you must have a lot of documentation that can be used to quantify the ecological and infrastructural services that are linked to the coastal zone and that are critical for the fisheries altogether. And that may be an important issue that should be at least this should be considered in this coastal assessment probably.
And another example I can remember or think of right now is the herring fishery, ware fishery in the Bay of Fundy this year. Several ware owners are suggesting it's because perhaps a change in temperature that the herring stocks aren't there.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to some other people and say, well, the decline could have been perceived to be coming because of other issues regarding maybe overfishing or taking spawn herring out of the system. So the real linkages as to what the real reasons are, I think, are important.
How do you look at this in terms of adaptation? As I say, if we discover that the fishing harbor will be damaged or will be in trouble because of sea level rise and ice change and whatever, this is something we can do something about. But if the water temperature change or if it become more acidic, is there something that you think we can do?
Sure, don't quote me on this. We turn the herring mares into salmon aquaculture sites.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And the economy...
We'll cut that out of the video.
The economy that was dependent on that herring fishery could be replaced. And, you know,
Okay.
sustainable aquaculture development, okay? Not everybody has to think of aquaculture in a very negative way.
Okay.
Okay, Tim, put you on the spot.
There's obviously a whole lot of departmental issues that are way outside of my area of expertise with regard to impacts on fisheries, and I mean, there's lots of input been into that. I guess one question and a comment from my perspective in oceans management. I guess first of all, one of the things we're very interested in is changes with regard to protected areas. We're in the process of looking at establishing protected areas, both marine protected areas and in some cases in conjunction with the province's coastal areas as well. So we're trying to get a good sense of what are some of the buffers we should be building in for that and what are some of the anticipated impacts on that. Acidification, sea level rise, all of those things are critical. So that would be one very specific area that we would be interested in. And I guess just a more general question is with regard to the implementation and acceptance of the final numbers and of the report being produced by NRCan. I would assume that these will be sort of put forward as the directions, limitations of the Government of Canada, and what are the sort of the policy expectations and implications of that? Because you know, guidance is one thing, but we sometimes need to go beyond that, or we don't see much action. So I guess I just wondered what the discussion has been around that particular area. You probably can.
The subject is open.
Well, the only, I mean, certainly this has come up at the advisory committee in terms the whole issue of, I mean, this is essentially a science document that we're working on here.
Yeah.
And
It's not a guidance or policy.
Yeah. So the whole conversation about how this gets communicated to policymakers has been part of the conversation that we've had, and I think you should look at this piece of work. The National Coastal Assessment is sort of packaged inside a broader program that NRCan has called the Adaptation Platform, in which there are other pieces of work that are going on. So it'll contribute to the bigger piece. But I think some of the issues that Jean-Pierre showed in terms of things like fact sheets and videos and things. So it is the intent of this to produce products that would help communicate scientific message to non-technical people. So.
And also because if we don't produce these things, the newspaper media would produce them. I guess we're better to do it ourselves.
It is still, I think it's still a conversation, but it is uppermost in the minds of the people on the advisory team in terms of how we make that how we make that connection. Anything more, Tim? No?
As the validation questions, when the numbers are there, of course there is a peer review. The process include distributing that to a number of people who will review that. This is also a question of wording. Sometimes we can present the same numbers, but